Okay, so I have my page set up, and what we're going to be doing is we're going to paste our photograph of our reference photo off to the side of our painting so that we can use it as a reference as we draw. So to do this, all I have to do is pop over to my window that has my drawing on it. So right here, I have the grapefruit here. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to right click and copy my image. And then I'm going to go over here to Photoshop and I'm going to right click. Oh, I'm sorry. In Photoshop, you can't right click. To do this, you have to just go up to edit and you have to paste. Control V will also work. So here's my reference image here. You can see when I paste something in Photoshop, it puts it on its own layer. So it kind of protects it. And we'll talk about layers in a moment. If I need to change the size of this, because I can't really see the detail right now, I want to make it a little bigger on my page. I'm going to press Control T. Control T is going to put a box around my page or my picture. And it might look a little pixelated at first. That's okay. Just drag it out to the size by going to the corner. You can rotate as well when you Control T. And if I don't want to paint this whole thing, I just won't paint certain aspects of it. But I'm going to have it off to the side of my page. I'm going to move it over if I need to. And then when you're done Control T'ing, when you get it in place, hit Enter, and that little blue box will go away. So anytime you Control T, you can stretch things out, but then you have to hit Enter. Otherwise, nothing else will work. So look at, I'm on my arrow tool up here, and I can move these around. So if I just am like, I don't want to paint all of this, I might just paint this. I can kind of move it off to the side. So now my reference picture is just pasted on my page, and I can look at it as I draw. So this is the layers part of this. I need to be looking at my layers, and it will protect certain parts of my drawing. It'll allow me to erase things on one layer without erasing things on another layer. So that's really important that your layers are open. So my layers panel is open. You can see my white background with my fruit on top. So what I'm going to do is go to the bottom corner of my layers panel, and I am going to click this little plus button. This plus button will add a blank empty layer on top of the fruit layer. So you can also name these layers. If I click on the name itself, or double click, I'm sorry, on the name itself, I can go in here and I can name these. So I'm going to call this third layer here Sketch. And this is the layer I'm going to sketch on. I could double click on layer 1 and I could call this Reference. It's really important that you double click on the word because sometimes it will open another menu if you don't. Reference. Okay, or image, you could say that. If I want to leave this, if I want to move this around, or if I want to leave this on this layer, sometimes I like to lock the layer so I don't accidentally like paint on the wrong layer. If you have a layer that's locked, you're not going to be able to paint on that layer until you unlock it. So I'm going to click on that layer, and I'm just going to click at the middle here, top, and I'm going to lock it. That way I'm not going to accidentally like move it around. It's not letting me now. If I go to paint, oops, it says no, you can't do it. If I go to paint, it's not going to let me paint on it. So now I'm going to draw on the sketch layer. So make sure you're on the correct layer. From this point on, you have to be very aware of your layers.